So 1 month ago, I started building a neighborhood in Bloxburg where each plot on the neighborhood will be a different style house. And guess what? I completely forgot about this project until user VL9157MNG5 said, Alaska, when are you continuing your neighborhood series? I've been waiting months, you flop. I'm beginning to grow grey hair. That's how long I've been waiting.
It's been 84 years.
Well, firstly, I started building the neighborhood 1 month ago. Thank you very much. So you have not been waiting months, you have been waiting a month and a few days. Thank you very much. So today marks episode 2 of my neighborhood series. And in episode 2, we're going to be building a townhouse. And if you didn't know, I name each of the houses after you guys. And today I'm naming the townhouse after Julia, who made this cute comment. And hey, look, I even made Julia her own little mailbox sign. So if you guys want me to add your names in one of these houses in the future, all you have to do is comment your name below and subscribe to the channel. So that being said, let's start on this townhouse. Now, firstly, we have to figure out where we're going to put the townhouse. If you didn't know, this is kind of what a townhouse looks like. They're not very wide, but they are very narrow. So we need something similar to that length. I'm thinking this plot over here, because as you can see, it's very, very long, which is perfect. So firstly, we've got to get rid of these trees because can't really see what I'm doing. Get out. Now, we have a townhouse. It's usually like 2 blocks here and then a little fancy schmancy at the front. And I think I'm going to do something like this shape. Oh, that is stunning.
She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
I want to live in a townhouse. Okay, so I'm going to sketch out a quick little floor plan of the townhouse. I don't know if I want it 2-story or 3-story. 3-story would be cool because at least we can add more rooms. I don't know how big I want this townhouse. Okay, I think 3 stories is way too much. We're just going to stick to 2. So I might cut this wall up here and then this can be like the living room, maybe kitchen and dining back here. We've got a little spacious backyard. And then for the 2nd story, maybe this can be a balcony. Obviously the townhouse isn't that big, so it's only going to be 1 bedroom. Actually, where are the stairs gonna go? Well, firstly, what style are we gonna go with for this townhouse? I'm thinking traditional. Like a nice traditional townhouse would look kind of cute. And traditional houses usually include lots of linen, silk, fancy windows, a few florals. Traditional houses were very popular in like the 18th and 19th century. And traditional interior styles usually bring a lot of like luxury and elegance to a house. Wow, look at me sounding like an interior designer. Girl, you play Bloxburg, sit down.
Connection between symbols.
Or in this case,
So we've got the living room, dining, kitchen, backyard, bedroom, bathroom. You can have a little office here by the window and then the balcony. Is it too small? Maybe, but guess what? Who cares? Now, usually at the front of townhouses, they have a balcony that goes up into the door. So we might make this out of basic shapes, like a little tiny step up into the door. See, like that? I think that's kind of perfect. Now in this photo here, they had like a fancy entryway by the door. I kind of want to do the same thing, except we can't use a gable roof because it just takes up way too much space. So I think we might use basic shapes. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll figure it out.
I know a lot of things, but I don't know about that.
Okay, what if we use 2 horizontal wedges, kind of in the shape of a roof? Actually, we need to figure out the height of the door, and then we can place these wedges. What do you mean I can't get... Oh, Bloxburg, you know how annoying it is when you do this to me?
But you can't do this to me.
Okay, there we go. That's better. Hey, and then we can outline it with some square beams, and then add some fancy pillars at the front. Oh, that looks amazing.
Ooh! Could you ate that?
So now it is time for the windows. Oh wow, she is adorable. And of course we can't forget our gorgeous wall trims. You know what this is reminding me of? The Parent Trap. Did you guys ever watch The Parent Trap? If you didn't, one of the parents live in this gorgeous New York townhouse, and this is kind of what it's reminding me of. So for the color of the house, I think we're going to use like shingles. I hope that's how you pronounce it, by the way. And for the wall trims, we'll use horizontal planks. You know what I should have done? I should have painted the planks before I placed them down, but no, I'm an idiot. I love making things difficult for myself. Ha ha ha. And then at the bottom here, we'll make this out of bricks. Why is this house looking so cute? I love it. Okay, there we go. Very cute. However, the front of this house is looking very white. So white that Casper the Ghost is like scared of this house. So what we're going to do to add a little bit of color is add some horizontal planks at the bottom of the windows and add a bunch of potted hanging vines. And then we can change like the length of some of them, make them shorter, longer. And instead of just keeping them green, I feel like they would look 10 times cuter if they were lavender. And voila, we've got some gorgeous flowers flowers hanging off the windows. That is actually stunning. Okay, now it's time to work on the outside. I feel like a cute little outdoor wall lamp right here would look adorable. The good thing about doing this neighborhood is that at least I can keep it with, oh, you guessed it, another little garden, because I love me garden. They call me Alaska Violet, the garden lady. No one's called me that a day in their life. Okay, and you know what we cannot forget? A fence at the side of the house, because literally anyone can just walk into the side of the house. Not really safe, but oh well. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to live in a little neighborhood like this, except I feel like your neighbors could hear everything you say. I also want every single house in this neighborhood to have like different color grass. You know what, actually, I'm gonna do the old style grass. Do you guys remember how everyone used to do one layer at a time and they would make their grass a different color? It looks like someone mowed the lawns or something. So it looks like that. Oh my god, wait, why does that look kind of cool though? I want this footpath to be lit up during the night, so we can add a few landscape lights on the footpath. So at nighttime, it is very lit up. Okay, the last thing we're gonna add out here is a mailbox, and as this house is named after Julia, we can add her little sign right here. Congratulations, Julia, you have your own house.
What? Oh, okay.
And then we just need to close this off. There we go. Okay, this townhouse is looking very cute. Now it's time to work on the inside. I hate adding the floor because it's so annoying. You know what, actually, we're gonna have different floors for each of the rooms. For the kitchen, I'm going to have this made out of tiles. And the rest of the house can be basic and be made out of planks.
You're basic.
You guys remember the good old days when Bloxburg let us automatically overlap floors? Bloxburg, why did you get rid of that? And you know what the annoying thing is though? Everyone can still overlap their floors. It just takes a longer process.
Now, I'm really mad.
And with every traditional house, we have very fancy wall trims. Also, for the balcony out here, I think we're gonna have a small hedge, and I think we can all agree that this townhouse is gonna have the best view in the entire neighborhood. Let's be for real. So now that the walls and everything are painted, we're gonna add some structure to the house. Okay, so as soon as you walk into the townhouse, kind of have a very, very short entryway. So we're gonna have to really utilize our space here. Now, around all of the open gaps in the house, we're gonna add some plain high arches. Why? Because I said so. Actually, this little space here is perfect to add our little coat hanger. I'm just picturing like someone that lives in New York City. After a long day at work, they come in and they put their coats on the coat rack and then they go on with their day. I feel like a long carpet here would really excavate. That was not a word. I was trying to make it a word. That was not a word. What? How to say excavate? What even?
So mind of a mastermind, what's that? I don't know, but and also creative like that.
I don't know what I was trying to say, okay? I was trying to be fancy. Also, you know what makes a house look 10 times better? Long curtains. Like if you add long curtains to any of your windows, it'll just make the room look 10 times better. I don't know what the science is behind it. It just, I don't know, science. This is kind of the photo that I'm inspired by a little bit. See how they have like really long, elegant curtains? Everything just looks nice and elegant. That's kind of the whole concept that I want to go for. Another thing that makes a room look really big is if you add a big carpet. So it does not matter if you have a small house. If you add a nice big carpet, it will look incredible.
What?
Oh, actually, I don't know if I want to add this fireplace or this fireplace or this fireplace. Oh yeah, we're definitely adding this one. This is definitely screaming like fancy traditional vibes. Oh my god, you know what would look so good in here? The fancy TV that Bloxburg added. Oh my gosh, stop. She's beauty, she's grace, she's Miss United States.
She's beauty, she's grace, she's Miss United States.
I might change this feature wall to a cloudy grey. There's something about this wall that I hate. I don't know what it is. I think it's the gaps in between. Maybe if I add some plants, it'll help. I feel like we got a nice fancy fireplace, but then it's ruined by all this empty space. Okay, and maybe a little plain arch high up the top, and get rid of these lights and add square lamps instead. Oh yeah, now we're talking. See, sometimes things just don't go my way when building, and you kind of just have to play around a little bit. For the lighting, we're going to use these very fancy Victorian chandeliers, because I feel like every traditional townhouse should have these chandeliers. And then for the lounges, this is perfect because Bloxburg already has a traditional lounge section. So we're gonna have a corner lounge there, a Victorian dining chair facing this way. I feel like it would take my cats around 5 minutes to make this house messy. Do you guys want to know something? So I'm actually mad at Salem. I'm mad at Salem. Yesterday, right, I washed all my sheets. They were washed. They were clean. They were ready to go back onto my bed. And you guys want to know what happened? Salem literally vomits on my bed. I'm not kidding.
I can't. Get out.
I was like in shock. I was like, no, we have tiles, you know? He's fine, by the way, but he could have vomited anywhere in their house. On the tiles, like anywhere. But no, Salem has to choose my bed because, you know. Now, this lounge room is looking very cute. All we need now is a tiny little table with a fancy book and pen. And then voila. As you can see, at the back of this lounge room, we have a little bit of empty space. So what I'm going to add back here is a console table. This way I can place a lamp at the back here. So then it lightens up the lounge room even more. The good thing with traditional interiors is that it's very timeless. I feel like it's a traditional style that will never run out of being trendy. So with that being said, the living room is all complete. So now we can work on the kitchen and the dining. Now for this, we're going to have, I reckon, white walls with some wooden wall trims at the bottom. Oh, and we can't forget the back here is going to be the backyard. So I want to add heaps of windows in here and make it very bright. Oh, that's kind of perfect. Bloxburg already has traditional counters. I don't think I've like ever used these before. Wow, the more you know.
I feel like a deer in the headlights of love.
Oh, wait, the oven. Where's the oven gonna go? I always forget to do this. Every single time I'm building a kitchen, I always forget the oven. Fine, you can go right here. Do you reckon we'd be able to fit one of these traditional hoods? You know what? I kind of want to add one. You know what? I'm adding one. I don't care. And you're probably like, Alaska, how's that even gonna make sense? We're gonna add 2 ovens, darling. Not 1 oven, but 2 ovens. Which means the sink can go like over here. Little tiny island bench. Some oak shelves at the back of the kitchen. This is where we can place all our spices. Oh, and our fridge. Why do I always forget the fridge? Now all we have to do is color it, and with the power of editing, voila, it is colored. This is like my first time using beige for my kitchens. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's definitely traditional. Why is the roof like not roofing right? Can the roof not be a pain in my Actually, I don't know if I like the beige. Maybe if I made the walls at the back beige and some square pillars here to split this wall up. And then voila, we've got our little kitchen. All we need to do is decorate it. We can add all our little spices up here. Why would I own this many spices? That is a good question. I have no idea. Okay, there's our kitchen all decorated. For a small little townhouse, I'd say the kitchen actually turned out pretty nice. Now we've got a tiny space over here for the dining. That scared me. Oh my gosh. Wherever I go, this thing follows me.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
I'm gonna have nightmares. Okay, as I was saying, we don't have room to add a really, really big dining table. I mean, it only fits 2 chairs, but it's okay. That's all you need. We can even set it up, make it a nice little candlelit dinner. It can be the most fanciest house in all of the neighborhood. Nice little fancy rose on the table. Ooh la la. Oh, maybe some candles, make it nice and romantic.
Well, what the hell, boy?
And then a few paintings on the wall. I've never used this oval painting before. You know what? We're gonna use it. Can we place paintings on the stairs? Oh, we can? Oh, that's gonna look cool. I feel like we also need a carpet underneath this dining table. Okay, so now that the dining table is done, I think the next thing we can work on is the backyard. I kind of want this entire thing to be made out of concrete. I just feel like if this was a New York City townhouse, we wouldn't have much grass. Like, I kind of want to keep it very on theme. Maybe at the back here, we can have some plants. Oh my gosh, the cutest thing happened to me yesterday. So outside of my window, I have this gorgeous garden that my mum made me, and I looked outside my window and there was this little bird, and he was in like the little bird bath. I mean, he did fly into my window 2 seconds before, so he probably had a concussion, but either way, it was very cute. Okay, so there's our garden, and maybe we can have a little picnic table over here and a barbecue in case you want to cook up a little barbecue. I don't know how to work a barbecue. I remember I was at a party once and my friends were like, hey Alaska, do you mind cooking up these sausages? And they hand me like a bag of sausages. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. However, the outside of this townhouse is all complete. So now we can finally start working on the second story. So first we need a door here that goes into the bathroom, and then a door here that goes into my bedroom. I hate when we have like lots of empty walls. I always just have the need to fill them up with paintings. Okay, now for my bedroom, as you can see, the bedroom is very, very long, but it's not that wide. So like we've done with the downstairs area, we're gonna copy this massive carpet. I feel like this section here is perfect to add my bed. It's like right there, I feel like fits perfect. To be honest, I didn't used to be like the biggest fan of traditional style, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's actually kind of cute. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me a nice dark modern house, but if someone were to give me a traditional house, I wouldn't be like, ew. I'd be like, oh, that is quite pretty, thank you. I'm not gonna lie to you though, that bed is looking so comfy. What is this? Traditional end table? What? I don't think I've actually ever used this end table before. I need to do a challenge in Bloxburg where I only use items that I've never used before, because I feel like there's so many things in Bloxburg that I've just never used. And we're also gonna have another fireplace in here because, I mean, hello, should we have the big fat $3,500 TV in here? Yes we should. Okay, that's a nice little bed layout. I think on this section is where I want to I have my desk. We're gonna make it out of a basic shape. That way we can custom make it so it's one big desk. And right now it's currently floating. So I reckon we can have 2 fancy pillars underneath, kind of hold up the desk. Oh, wait, that's kind of cool. Hold on, I changed my mind. I want this desk to be made out of marble. Oh, stop.
Nice.
That is generally the fanciest desk that I've ever done in Bloxburg. Now, usually I would put like makeup on my desk or I would put a computer. But, you know, this time we're just gonna have lots of books. I like to think that the person living here is a very fancy lawyer and they're just a very hardworking person. So that's why there's lots of books. And a little coffee mug just in case they're having an all-nighter. And then voila, we've got our desk. And then over on this section, we need our wardrobe. Can't forget our wardrobe. So I think we're just gonna use a fancy wardrobe mixed with a modern clothing rack and some slippers. I mean, let's be honest, if this is my room, in real life, I always have my slippers at the end of my bed. So as soon as I walk out of bed, I can just put my slippers on and make a tea. Okay, there we go. Our bedroom's all complete. So now we need the bathroom. I just realized this bathroom is only 2 by 2. Oh my gosh, why did I make it so small? I don't think we're gonna be able to fit a bathtub in here. But I mean, if we're lucky, we can add a shower. And then the toilet can go right next to the door, which means the sink can go right here. I feel like if you lived in New York, there wouldn't be that much room for like a bathtub. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from all the TikToks I see, apartments are so small in New York. New York real estate is insane. Like you'll be paying $5,000 for a square.
I have a square.
Oh, I nearly forgot toilet paper. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? I wouldn't hear the end of it from you guys.
Trust her.
I'm obsessed with adding clear curtains lately. I love them. Like, why does no one add them anymore? Look how subtle that is. Like, without clear curtains, with clear curtains. Like, yes, please. So now that the bathroom's done, the last thing we need to do in the townhouse is add the balcony. And you know what? To make this super vibey, you can add some classic hanging lights and a little hammock just in case you want to have a sunbake. You know what? I think this is a really good idea, building a neighborhood. You and your friends in the holidays, if you play Bloxburg together, start a neighborhood. And then once you finish the neighborhood, you have like all these houses to choose from. Oh my god, you know what I can have on my balcony? A yoga mat. Hey, just in case I want to do some yoga. See, I can. Voila. Okay, so the townhouse is all complete and the neighborhood so far comes to a total of $286,000. So here's how the outside of the townhouse turned out. Very cute, very traditional. I'm still obsessed with this little mailbox called Julia. I really hope Julia sees this video. I think it's so cute, the fact that I'm naming all the houses after you guys. So as soon as you walk in, you're greeted with a gorgeous, long, elegant hallway. Looking at the house, like from this perspective, I'm just like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So put our coats up here and then we have the living room, which personally is one of my favorite rooms in this house. We've got our gorgeous TV. And even though the townhouse wasn't huge, I think I made the space work really well. And then if we follow the hallway back here, as you can see, we have the dining table and the kitchen. Again, not a big kitchen, but I mean, it works.
She is very gorgeous to me.
And then back here, we've got the backyard. Cannot disagree the fact that this townhouse has the best view in the entire neighborhood. Like, it literally backs right up into the river. Damn, call me a real estate with the amount of times I'm promoting this house. It feels like I'm doing an open house sale right now. Also, all the decals that you see in this video are on my Pinterest. So if you aren't already, make sure to follow me on Pinterest. All my decals are uploaded onto there. So yeah, now coming up to the second floor, we've got the cute little corridor. This is the balcony area. This is where I do my morning yoga before starting off my day. As you can see, I'm kind of a professional at yoga. And then once we finish our yoga, we can have a little rest and enjoy this gorgeous view. So coming back inside, coming down here, we have the bathroom. Okay, listen, at first I was like, this bathroom is tiny. I don't know how I'm gonna work, but it actually looks good. I mean, the only thing this bathroom doesn't include is a bathtub, but honestly, I don't think we need one. Like, we've got the shower here, we've got the toilet, we've got the sink, we've got everything we need. And then finally, the last room in the townhouse we have is my bedroom, which I think this is like generally the most fanciest bedroom I've ever done in Bloxburg. Like, this desk alone looks something out of the White House. Don't get me wrong, I hate studying, but if this was my desk, I would study all the time. And again, we also have a gorgeous view of the neighborhood. It's kind of perfect, really. And then after a long day, if you want to sleep here, watch some TV, we can, and it's amazing. So yeah, that is my traditional townhouse all complete, which marks the end of episode 2 of my neighborhood series. Make sure to comment below your name and what you want me to add to my neighborhood next to be featured in a new video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!